This is Emily. I want to talk about week 30. I actually recorded this video a couple days ago and then I deleted it on accident. And yeah, so I have to redo this whole thing. So I'm going to try to be quick. I want to talk about, I had an obstetrician appointment this week. I saw my chiropractor and I saw my dentist. So let's talk about those first. Then we'll get into the more interesting things that I think are more interesting. So with the dentist, all I have to say is I went for a cleaning and they told me my teeth look beautiful and wonderful and there's nothing wrong. I don't have any cavities, which I usually have cavities, and I'm the kind of person who brushes my teeth and flosses. So it always is very disappointing to me when I have cavities. And this has been going on my whole life. Well, when I was a kid, I didn't take care of my teeth, but as an adult, I do. So I want to say that I want to recommend, if you have any problems with your teeth, get a water flosser. It has changed my life. It is so much faster than flossing. And if you're a person who doesn't floss because it takes too long and it's annoying, just get a water pick, get a water flosser. It is so easy and quick, and then you're done. So the next thing is I've seen my chiropractor 3 times. I've been diagnosed with pregnancy back pain. And so I call it sciatic nerve pain, but they're calling it pregnancy back pain, probably because that's what my insurance will pay for. So let's see. Today's Sunday, so this last week I went to the chiropractor once. The week before I went twice. And if you've never been to the chiropractor, if you find a good chiropractor, it's a very enjoyable experience. It has been going great. I've been very sore after my appointments, maybe lasting 24 hours after the appointment. I will be sore, and my sciatic nerve actually kind of hurts more than it did before, but then suddenly it vanishes and I feel better. And I actually walk out of there feeling better. Like my back feels better, my neck feels better. He's been adjusting me basically from the neck all the way down. Like he'll pull in on my legs and twist my body and do all these different things, and it really seems to be helping. And so if you're pregnant and you're in pain, find out if your insurance will pay for you to go see a chiropractor. I just have a copay, and it's a lot cheaper than going and getting massages, which would cost me, I don't know, isn't it around $70, $100 to get a massage these days? And my copay is almost nothing compared to that. So, look into your options. There's also acupuncture and all kinds of things you can do. Just gotta find a professional that is used to working with pregnant women, and that would be my first question. But yes, it's been going great. The only thing is, let's see, I guess it was 2 weeks ago when I first started seeing the chiropractor. He was taking my pulse every time I came in, and I came in twice that week. And when I came in, my pulse was really high, and he was, extremely alarmed. Like, I think he may have thought I was going to have a heart attack because he was so alarmed. So my pulse was 108, and then the next time I came in, 108 is like doable, but the next time I came in, it was 128. And he was like, "When do you see your OB?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going to see him next week." And he goes, "Make sure you bring up that your pulse was 128 because that's really high." And I said, "Well, I did have to walk up 2 flights of stairs to get here, and it was a hot day, and I was like all sweaty and stuff." And he didn't care. He's like, "You need to talk to your OB about that." So I've been worried about my heart for like a full week. Ever since he said that, I was worried about my heart. So this week I went to my OB, and as soon as I got there, they took my pulse and it was like 90 something. And then when the doctor came in the room, I told him about my pulse at the chiropractor and what the chiropractor said. And so he took my pulse again, and when he took it, it was 88. And he goes, a normal pulse for a pregnant woman is anywhere between 80 and 100. So I wouldn't worry about it if your pulse is like 90 or 100, even 108. I wouldn't even worry about that. But if it really is 128, you know, and I told him that I had just walked up 2 flights of stairs and stuff, and he said, that wouldn't worry me too much. If you were exerting yourself a little bit, your heart rate is going to go up anyway. So as long as your blood pressure is still in the normal range, 128 isn't that bad. And he told me, just stop worrying about it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress yourself out. I'm like, okay. So he wasn't worried about it at all. And he said, it's normal for pregnant women to have an elevated pulse. So, okay, I'm going to try to just not worry about that anymore, right? Right. And I haven't noticed, I mean, I don't take my pulse, but I haven't noticed it going like really, my heart beating really fast or anything lately. So I think I'm fine. For about 2 weeks now, I've been noticing a pain in my lower abdomen. So I guess it would be kind of like right under the baby, or I do not know a ton about anatomy of the human body, but something like that. Just right above my groin in my really lower abs, I've been having this burning sensation, and it was starting to kind of worry me because it only happens when I'm standing up. So if I'm standing up, maybe walking around, or even sometimes if I'm just standing up while I'm cooking dinner, I'll start feeling this burning sensation, and it gets increasingly worse and worse and worse to the point where it hurts so badly that I have to sit down. I have to, because it hurts that bad. And this could be after 15 minutes. This could be after an hour of standing. It could be any amount of time. I never know when it's going to strike, but it really hurts, and I have to sit down. And once I sit down, it starts to dissipate. And so I told my doctor about that, and I asked him, could that be a Braxton Hicks or what, you know? And he told me, no, that's not Braxton Hicks. That is, he said, if it's just a burning sensation and you're not having any other symptoms, that would be basically the weight of the baby is pushing on my abs and on my round ligaments, the ligaments that hold the womb in place. Those are getting stretched and pulled, I guess. Well, I have all this extra weight in front that's, you know, being pushed out, you know, and it creates this pain in the abdomen, this burning sensation. And he said that's all it is. It's just your body getting used to having this extra weight. Because in the 3rd trimester, that's when your belly really starts to grow, right? At least for me, I didn't show at all until like near the end of the 2nd trimester, really. So it's like all of a sudden my belly's getting huge. So I should show my belly real quick. Oops, what's going on? I blocked that. Okay, so my hand is in the way. There. So that's the belly, and the pain I've been feeling is like down here, like just above my groin. But he told me, don't worry about that. Don't stress yourself out about that. It's just your muscles and the round ligament stretching, and it's not going to cause any health problems. My insurance gives me a breast pump because I'm part of the women's health package. I pay extra for that, apparently. I didn't even know that I had it until I got pregnant. But I guess I get a breast pump. I don't know which kind or brand or anything like that. I just know that they're going to give it to me on my next appointment in about 3 weeks. And so I'm excited about that because I want to get the supplies, because I do plan on trying to breast pump. I am going to breastfeed and I would like to breast pump. So it'll make me feel better just having it at home and it's ready to go for when the baby comes. So I'm actually pretty excited about that thing. I want to make a separate video about breastfeeding and my plans on that and why I've made a decision that I have. I am going to breastfeed, but like for how long, what's the duration, kind of what my plan is on that. So I might make that closer to my due date, because who knows, maybe I'll change my mind. But yeah, I want to talk about that later. Enough with the medical professionals. Okay, so let's move on to food and fitness, exercise. So I have started water aerobics and I'm loving it. It is so much fun. This last week I only went once because I had so many appointments scheduled with different doctors and stuff that fall during the water aerobics class. So I only got to go one time this week, but I did belly dance just by myself, and I did yoga and other things like that this week. The week before I went twice, and I plan on going twice this upcoming week during week 31 of my pregnancy. But I'm loving it. I feel like I get a good workout. I do, it's very rigorous. You do get a lot of cardio in. There's different teachers. Some of them, we do more of the strength training, and other teachers will do more of the cardio. So you kind of get a little bit of this and that, and I really enjoy that. So I'm loving it. I'm going to stick with that. And the chiropractor told me that the water aerobics is going to be perfect for me since I can't do some of the other things I want to do. Water aerobics is going to be the best option. So food. Okay, so I want to talk about this for a minute. I have been getting off track. I'm going to admit it. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but for the past month, maybe a little over a month, some emotional kind of stuff has come up, and I have totally just started to get really off track with my eating. I know I've been putting on more weight. My double chin is growing. I know it's not just baby weight. The scale has become a scary thing to go near. I've actually stopped weighing myself. I only weigh myself at the doctor's office now because I'm getting into kind of like this bad emotional place when it comes to my physique and my body, basically. And the more I weigh myself, the more I'm going to feel depressed about it, and I don't want to do that. I want to be happy while I'm pregnant. So I realize that I've been falling in love with processed junk. I've been letting it slowly creep in, basically emotional eating, which is what got me at my heaviest weight in the past, is the emotional eating. And I've noticed I've been slowly but surely letting things trickle in that I had long since stopped eating. Just because you bought it at the health food store does not mean that it's automatically healthy. They do have junk food even at the health food store. It's healthy junk food. So a little bit of moderation, and it's not going to hurt you, but is how I feel. But I've let it get a little out of control, and I know that I've been putting on some fat along with the baby weight, and I can't afford to let myself get too much bigger because than I already was, because it puts me at higher risk for gestational diabetes and preeclampsia and all that kind of stuff. So far, my numbers are still looking really good with my health, but I just want to make sure that I don't develop something later on as it gets closer to delivering this baby. So I know I'm going to have some damage control to do after I deliver Stevie. I'm going to need to get on track, so I need to be on track now. And then once the baby's born, I'm going to have more challenges just because I'll probably be exhausted and I'll be very busy. So I need to set a pattern now, and then I actually have a plan, an eating plan, kind of a vague idea of a plan of what I'm going to do after the baby is born. And again, I will do a video on that later once I'm closer to delivery, or maybe after delivery. I'll tell you guys what my plan is. I don't know. We'll see. But so I have these plans kind of vaguely in my mind, but I really, I needed a wake-up call. And so I want to talk to you guys about what I'm doing about food right now. So I have this wonderful YouTube friend. You should go look her up right now if you don't know who I'm talking about. Her name is Shauna, and her YouTube is Shaunnanignans. So I will put a link or something. I'm not very technical, okay? But I will put a link in the about section for her and that kind of stuff. So you can click on her YouTube. She also, she's a plant-based vegan, and she has weight to lose, and so she is doing a challenge, and it's called Free the Carb Challenge, and we are doing this as a group on Facebook. And I highly recommend, if you need a swift kick in the butt that you can gently deliver to yourself, you should totally join the challenge. We've been doing this for a week. It's a 21-day challenge, but I believe we're going to continue after the 21 days. I think we're going to start a new challenge. I think it's up to Shauna, of course, because it's her group, but it is a closed group, so it's private, so your friends and family aren't going to be able to see what you're posting in the group, so it's just us. That's it. And, we're not counting calories per se, we're counting food groups, which I prefer. When I was losing 70 pounds on Eat to Live last year, I did not count calories because I get crazy when I do that. So I was counting food groups. It's so much easier if you crash and burn with the calorie counting. Try counting food groups instead. I highly recommend it. Well, Shaunnanignans, or Shauna, has she has created this whole diagram tracking your food. Basically, it's a chart for tracking your food each day. You don't have to count calories. You're just simply checking off, okay, I ate some starch, I ate some fruit, I ate some vegetables, stuff like that, And it's very, the group is very go with the flow. Everyone in there, I have not encountered one mean person, one judgmental person. We're all just there to help each other get through the challenge and be supportive of each other. And so far it is really working, and keeping track of what I'm eating without having to write down, okay, I had pasta, I had broccoli. You don't have to write any of that down or keep track in an app. I hate the food tracking apps. I always have. I've always tried, and those drive me nuts as well. So keeping a food journal drives me nuts. All of that drives me nuts. But this, you're just simply marking off, I had a serving of this, a serving of this. To me, that is so much better. It's helping me so much. So it's kind of hard to explain why one thing would work better than the other, but you as an individual obviously know what does or doesn't work for you. And I'm telling you, this works for me. And it has been a huge wake-up call to show me just how much junk I've been letting slip in. So yeah, I really recommend joining this group if you're interested. And You know, if you're shy, that's okay, because most of us in the group, we've actually had this discussion. Most of us are either shy or introverted. So don't be too shy. Just come on over, because we're shy too. So anyway, it's been great, and thank you, Shauna, for making this challenge. Oh, and I should probably say, the challenge is based off the rice diet, which is a diet developed by a doctor. Was it the 1950s? I don't know. It's been a long time ago. And he had a clinic, and the clinic still exists, apparently. I didn't know that, but Shauna has a video all about it. You should totally go check that out, because this is secondhand information I'm giving you. But the doctor who developed the rice diet, he helped people reverse their obesity and their diabetes on his diet all the way back then. And people are still on his program today. You can go to his clinic and be on his program there, or you can buy the Rice Diet, the book. So how she's structured the food chart, she's made it easy for people if you want to do the rice diet, if you want to do starch solution, if you want to do eat to live. You can be on practically any plant-based diet, really. Pretty much any of the major ones can fit into this. So anyway, if you have questions, ask me in the comments and I'll explain more. But if you don't, like, say you don't believe in eating starchy, like, potatoes and stuff, well, you don't have to eat rice, you don't have to eat potatoes, you can eat beans. You can have black beans. You know, it's up to you what you eat. There's no rules about what you eat. It's just you're tracking food groups, and she's lumped things like legumes and starchy potato type foods and just kind of lumped them in the same thing. So you get to decide which one you're going to eat. So, you know, it's totally go with the flow. Week 30, I'm still going strong, doing great. A little tired, but a little bit of pain, but I'm doing great. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to watching your videos. I'll see you later. Bye.